G'day and welcome to the Inforunners. I'm Execute. Today I'm joined by the Astropub and Algared. How are we going today after that big day yesterday? I'm the big stuff is behind us, I think, except for the CCU guide, but winding down now. I feel a bit relieved. What about you two?
You should. You've been tired this entire time and exhausted.
Yeah.
So
yesterday was big. It was a long day.
I was kind of impressed with the Odyssey. We haven't seen a ship that how do I put this that rocks the boat. It rocks the boat. Like a lot of Carrack owners are now like and I like that. I like tough choices, and I hope we see more of that going forward. Ships that make you think, do I have the right one? So yeah,
and that's a good sign when you think that the Carrack is such a well-rounded ship and so popular.
Yeah.
To have people going, ooh, should I? So yeah.
All right, so best in show.
The crowning of a king.
I do like
best
the
the coronation of our God King.
So straight off the bat, we've got paints and jackets. And for me, you kind of get these for free if you own the ship. I was watching a stream yesterday with Captain Richards, and he said something that I think I will share here. And I wouldn't think this for a lot of our audience because of CCUs, but something that kind of struck me that I thought was clever was if you own the ship outright, or you want the skin, you buy it with credit and then melt it afterwards, and you can use your buyback token to buy back your original ship. So if you have like an original concept Polaris as an example, you could melt that, buy the ship that you have with credit, and then after the show, melt it and then buy back your use your buyback token. So if you're really after a skin, you could use your buyback token to do that. And I just thought that was a clever way if you really want a skin.
Yep. And then you'll get the skins. You'll get I think you get the jackets. The jackets, the backpack, and skin come free, right?
So the backpack everyone gets, and the jackets are if you own that said ship. So yeah.
So and the skin is if you own the ship. So you buy the ship. Yeah. Melt something, buy the ship with credit. Get the jacket and skin added to your account, and then melt it, buy back your original.
Now I'm going to make a comment here, and I think Paul will probably make a comment behind me, but we'll see. That backpack to me was a bit of a missed opportunity. I think they could have been a little bit more creative with it, being the Argo. I think they could have made it a mini Argo, or maybe the cargo container off the Argo. You can look at that if you are a 3D artist or anyone that's into art, and you can tell that they made, like, not a generic, they've made a custom backpack, but what they were intending to do was just change the logo and the color of it to fit whatever said ship it was. And it's not phoned in because it is a whole new backpack, but I just think it was a missed opportunity they could have had a bit of fun with. But yeah. Paul, do you want to say anything there or not?
Nah, I mean, like, I am not an expert when it comes to game art design or anything like that. So I don't have a full kind of understanding of all that stuff. I think it's fine, but that's just me. I mean, I can see why people would be like, hey, maybe you should be, do something other than being lazy. Because I was one of those who was pushing the meme that CIG is just very angry that they now all of their pre-made skins have to be thrown into the bin once the Argo cargo started winning, because none of them thought that the Argo cargo was going to win. So, I wouldn't doubt that, like, that CIG made a bunch of stuff ahead of time so they could get a jump on it, and then the fans were just like, no Carrack, and so they're like, damn it, we can't make our Carrack backpack,
But I kind of think that they made that was a generic backpack they did make at the beginning of the comp. They said, right, we're having this, we need a backpack. Okay, design the backpack, but we want it so we can reskin it for whichever corporation wins.
That's exactly what they did.
And that's what it is. And I don't think there's a problem with that when if you're on limited time and you say, okay, we've got this much time, we're doing this before. Yes, turning it, making an Argo backpack after the event would have been really cool. But that's adding more time that they may have to put in.
To just give you an example, though, Algared, right? those jackets are all the same jacket with just the image changed, right? They didn't even change the color of the leather between them all. So that's something they could have done, right? Just to even make them look slightly different. A black one, a red one, a blue one, a green one, a brown one, and a yellow one.
A fancy white origin one.
Exactly. You get, and that's my point.
I get that with the jackets.
Little missed opportunities is what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yeah. I get that with the jacket. I don't get it as much with the backpack, but that's just
okay. You're not an Argo fan. Okay, we understand.
I am an Argo fan.
He's a massive Argo fan. That's the thing.
No. I'm just chucking him under the bus. All right, so let's talk about the skins themselves. So we've got the Argo Cargo. I think going from orange to blue is almost the biggest drastic color palette change you can go for. So, and I'm a fan. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been given a referral Argo. Actually, you just got yours before, didn't you, Paul?
I literally just looked it up too, because I was thought, did they just like throw a pity one? No, a guy by the name of the Shadow Nose. So if you're watching, thank you for using my referral code. Says I now have an LTI Argo Cargo, and I'm sitting here going, blessed be our Lord God, the God Argo, or the Cargo God, and his King on Earth, the Argo MPUV. Blessed. It is a bright
of the cult of Argo.
You actually have a Argo Cargo
cult.
Algared, you actually have an Argo Cargo, but you don't have a referral one, yeah? Yeah, and I don't have either. So yeah. So we'll be
because he's a blasphemer. It's okay.
I want one. Him. Hey, someone can give me one.
Use his referral code. But we'll put it in the chat. We'll put it down below. Someone uses referral code so he can have an Argo Cargo. Same with Al. Al needs. All right,
we'll do the same. We'll go executes cargo code, Algared's code. I'll put those in the description. Yes. I think Morphologist is going to be really happy. He's a big fan of the existing blue, whitey, black one, so I think he'll be really happy with this one. I'm pretty happy with it too, considering we're getting it for free if we own it. Thoughts there, Algared?
I like that one. I like that one. The blue and black there.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's just the color palette, but I think these are better than almost any of the skins they've offered, which is kind of weird to me, and they're free.
That's rather sad.
Yeah. I even like this one. I do get an airline vibe with this one. I don't know why, but I do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Anything to say about that one? No? Plain and Jane? No? Okay.
Are all of these like pearlescent, it looks like?
They do look slightly that one does, especially up on the cockpit, yeah. Oh, maybe. I guess we'll find out. Again, I am not an Origin fan, but I love the fact that it's not plain white. I just I like anything that's not plain white on an Origin should be praised, and I want to see a lot of these flying around because I think. Sorry, Algared?
I was going to say of the four skins, it's probably not the one I like the most, but it's nice to see, as you said, an orange ship that doesn't have any white on it.
Yeah.
In terms of the skin, it's nice to see something different.
And ironically, Algared, the blue lights that they defaultly have on it go with the blue skin, so
the blue lights really do complement it, don't they?
Yeah,
or it highlights the blue lights. Take your pick.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I have to think about this real quick. I think these are probably the best in show skins we've had. Like the ones last year were pretty good, but they were a bit too white and black with just the gold highlights for me. I wanted more gold, and I think these ones are the best they've done.
They're definitely better than those ghastly mauve, purpley things.
All right, Algared, try and convert me and I'll fight you resistantly. But the 600i, tell me about it.
Well, you already know it's got a nice exterior. It's got good weapons. It's got a horrid interior, and they've promised a rework. It is a solid ship for a solo person. A single person can do those and can do a lot of missions. I think it used to be one of the best ships to do claim jumpers in solo. It has solid shields. It has solid cargo. It has solid.
It is a size 3 shield. Like it is tanky. You know?
That's cargo size, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And you can do it solo because the guns are pilot controlled or can be pilot controlled, I think. Or it's got good pilot control guns, plus it's got the turret. So, yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Size 5s? as well. Sorry, I think they're size 5s. That at least during
yeah, I think it's 3 size 5s, which is better output when economy.
During the lockdown, during the Ninetales lockdown, the 600i was known as a hammerhead killer because people would fly those because they could solo kill shoot those 3 size 5s and just absolutely wreak havoc on hammerheads.
So it's ironically kind of a step up from the Redeemer with the 3 turrets, because the Redeemer's got 2 turrets. So yeah, if you're there you go. That's the Origin Redeemer, in a kind of way. Paul, I was going to say, are you?
The beauty is those 3 pilot controlled size 5 guns on it. So it's got those 3 guns, and then it's got the turrets.
The turrets are size 1s or 2s, but like
and they're remote.
Okay.
So,
all right, okay. So Paul, are you
the size 3 shield and the other stuff? Sorry,
and that's that for me. That's becoming a staple of Origin. They're over shielded, and it's a part of their defensive nature of their makeup that I think they're going for. It's a very clear cut for me. They're the complete opposite of Drake, essentially, where Drake's overgunned and under armored. These guys are over shielded and upgunned as well. They're ironically on the same side of the triangle, but separated. Paul, are you still intending to have the Astropub on a 600i?
It depends. I mean, like the original plan was just a ship, and I was thinking maybe I could turn what was it called? A Caterpillar into one because of the modules, so we still have to see that. But in lieu of that, yeah, I'm going to use a 600i, especially after it gets its interior rework to do it. So
we're either getting a grungy dive bar or an upper class hipster bar. It's still to be decided.
I would prefer the grungy dive bar if it's possible, not the upper class hipster bar. But this actually has a bar.
Problem.
Why?
You got a problem, Paul. You're an indentured employee of Hurston.
I didn't sign no contract.
All right. Again, Paul, I want to ask you guys a question. We did what did we do? A tier list at the end of last year, and I fought you guys relentlessly for about 3 hours on this ship. Has your thoughts on this ship changed over the year with what we've seen?
Yes and no. I still think it's a very good ship for what it's designed to do. Right now, it's the only ship that does ground vehicles. The Liberator has come out into sales as kind of a replacement, but I also don't think, like, compared this to a Liberator, the Liberator is a brick. This is not a brick. What's changed
Agreed.
is that this is now I would say the best, like, heavy freight and vehicle carrier for atmosphere. So if you want to go for a long distance and then you need to go into an atmosphere and land, pop that down, unload your stuff, and get out.
I don't know about long distance. I don't know about long distance, but I'll definitely give you the.
It's got plenty of fuel for long distance. I mean, I wouldn't say like across the galaxy, but a couple of jump points.
Yeah, a couple of jump points. Because I my literal thing at the time when we had that argument was, I'm like, they're going to bring out other ships, and now there's one. Yeah, and I do think in case of, I'm thinking of one of them particularly, I think it's the M2, it's like $25 to get to the Liberator, or $55 or something like that. I'll have to look at it. But for that, a small amount of money, especially if you want transport, you've now got decisions. So do you go the versatility of cargo and transport, or do you go into, I can now carry ships as well? Yeah, that's another ship along the lines of what I was saying before. Ships that make you choose what you're doing, where you can, Algared, has it changed for you?
Not really. I know you can take very small ships on the Hercules with, put yourself in harm's way because you're trusting the other pilot not to clip you on the inside and all that stuff. You can do cargo, you can do vehicles. I know the Liberator does the same thing, but one of the things that has stuck out to me in terms of Crusader is just they are really good in Atmo. They're probably among the only other company that really seems to go well in Atmo at least from my experience and in lore, is Origin.
All right. No one needs to talk about this ship. We'll just move right now.
I will kill you.
See what I have to put up with all the time.
Yeah. Please bow your heads. Long may he reign. The cargo god has blessed us upon this planet with great joyness and good times. Long may the king reign in our time, and peace be upon us. All hail the Argo and PUV. Amen.
All hail.
I know you guys were both very charismatic there, and
gotta put the hands up.
I was playing the
the reverence.
Episcopalian, sorry. Different flavors of the cult. High priest of the cult of Argo.
We literally did a ship focus on this.
Ship scrutiny.
Explain how ship scrutiny in terms of like how good this is. So, all three of us were. So I know a lot of people still poo-poo it, but like I think it's going to, like, once modularity hits, it's going to be very, very important. Yeah. And if you can get it right now, it's 10 years. It's probably one of the cheapest, like, non-LTI, LTI things, like tokens, $35 for 10 years, for 10 months insurance.
Get a friend to get a buyback, or make a second account with a referral to yourself and get two of them for free.
Yeah, I know one of the guys were looking at CCU stuff, and he actually figured out that it's actually better to refer it to yourself and use it as an LTI token than buy some of the ships and stuff. I can't quite remember the specifics because I'm tired, but yeah, he basically worked out a way it's better to refer it to yourself than and cheaper. It works out the same price, and you get an Argo as well as the as the ship. All right, yeah, really good utility. All right, for me, I think this is the pick of the bunch. I still have problems with this ship. I think we all do. But yeah, I think, like, as soon as this ship came out, because remember last year it came out, and I'm like, oh damn, it's not going to be in the best in show, and I knew this year it would still be the top of the tree. And it's the same thing again this year with the Ares and the Redeemer. I reckon we'll probably see those in this lineup next year. So yeah, Algared, your thoughts on the MSR?
It's a good ship. It has a good amount of cargo. When they move the turrets from that tube in the back, which were manned, they turn them into remote turrets. That really opened it up, especially when they opened the widen the doors as well. It would have been nice if they could have kept proper crawl spaces as per the original design, but I understand the need to change that just for character and NPC navigation of the world. I do find, and I hate you forever for it, for the fact that you pointed out that effectively that section forces the rest of the ship to be up on stilts. But it's got a great gimmick. I don't know how you're going to work that. I'd love to see those tunnels be used more for the hidey holes and the smuggling. I'd love to see them be tied more, rather than just being just there to be actual service tunnels, maybe even linked to the serving cooling, and even that being part of a reason why that area is shielded, just because of the heat or the cold or whatever's coming out. It's just so overpowering everything else.
Yeah, I think that's a good ship. That for me, Algared, is that hiding in the ship gameplay is the biggest question mark for me. That we'll have to wait and see. Paul, you're into smuggling. This is one of those 3 smuggling ships. I think you said this is your favorite, yeah?
I would say it's my favorite only because of its speed and its flexibility. It's got the info running ability. It's really an info runner. It's really what it's designed to do. But it also has those tunnels which kind of work as smuggling abilities. It also has a nice cargo bay. It's
very long range.
Good. Yeah, incredibly long range, and the speed is insane for what it can do for its size.
And it's got the only in-game playable in-game thing, the chess set.
Yeah,
there we go. Just so people are aware, this is my A to B ship at the moment. This is the one that when I need to go zip across to somewhere and come back, this is the one I use. It's the best fuel efficiency. You hardly have to ever refuel it. Yeah, it's very convenient in game at the moment, and more to come.
And they've changed it a lot. It used to be super fuel hungry, and then they changed it. So,
I don't think I can recommend any of these packs unless you, for some desperate reason, want all those ships. I just, yeah, I can't see why someone would want all 4 of them. I think they're probably a little bit too different for me, but yeah, I don't know. If they're for you, I think you could get better deals with like Warbond CCUs and stuff, especially at the moment. I don't think I can recommend that pack. Can you guys recommend that pack?
Especially when you. I'd have to agree with you, especially when you think that the key thing that sets that apart is the jacket and the skins that really come with those 4 ships.
Yeah.
And if you want that, seriously, just buy the ship, melt, get the jacket and skin, melt it, get back your pack, and then use war bombs to get those ships cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now we come into something a little bit controversial. So they've basically taken armors that are in game already, recolored them much like they recolor the ships, and they're selling them. What's your initial impressions of that, Paul? Yeah, Algared, I thought that was that sums it up. It really does. So yeah,
I think a lot of the community thought that those armors, the armor, the front middle 3 armors would have going to be put behind a rep gate, but it's but I mean, like, CIG is just monetizing the shit out of it, which is sitting here going, why would you buy this? This is incredibly expensive for what you can do, because you can also get, the not the same skins, but like the armor in game too. And I'm sure you'll be able to find these armors in game as well, because that's the way CIG likes to do it. But like, it seems excessive. I mean, do it this way: if there was 5. If the armors would be one thing, like 5 different 5 armors, 2 with a bunch of kind of reskins.
That would be a lot better. 5 different ones, completely different. Yeah, that I wouldn't have so much a problem. Yeah, but the fact that they're just basically 2 armors.
Changing weapons out, because if you had 5 weapons and 5 armors, it would have been a little bit different.
But 2 weapons with 2 different skins on each weapon, and 5 armors off where you got 3 reskins. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
and I'm a collector, and I'm going, nah.
Yeah, and I think the colors are too similar for me. There's not enough differentiation, and most people, even whales, when they buy stuff, they don't tend to buy a pack like this. So I'm talking about games like League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, Call of Duty, all that type of stuff. They will buy one of the best, right? So you like looking at those 3 there in the middle, you'd buy one of those. You wouldn't buy all 3, because again, especially with the controversy at the moment about how you can lose these and you don't get them to next patch, or you have to reset. But if you reset, you're losing all your progression. I think the weird thing for me, and I was saying this to Paul and Algared before, this pack here, again, you've got Australian pricing, so just, oh no, it does say USD. Shit, no, it says 65 USD. So if I go to
it's got the Australian price tax on it, because you can see the little asterisk next to it.
Yeah, so it's not here. I'm gonna have to go look for it, and it is going to take a second. But I helped someone the other day when we were doing that Fix My Fleet Algared, when we were looking at this one. What was it? Yeah, so this combo pack in Australian dollars, I think it's like in American dollars is like $65, and that's the entire game, both the single player and the multiplayer and a ship. And you want 5 armors, and it's really just 2 that are reskinned and 2 weapons. Woof, that's a hard sell for me. That's a really hard sell. And especially if it's all going to be available in the game eventually. Now, so this is really what you're coming down to, is you're really asking us to fund the game. Perception of value, I think, is a very important thing, and I don't think there's a very good perceived value there. Anyway. I don't want this to be a precedent. And I think it will sell like hotcakes. I think there are people that will buy it. I just don't want to see, like, because what's next? Like, they bring out Theaters of War, and they're selling all these different armors and stuff, and yeah, I don't know. Anything you guys want to add, or we're going to move on?
Helmets that look like bears, maybe that might be next.
I think we've been there already, Algared, but yeah.
The only thing I can say that is that at least all of those armors are purchasable individually as well, and the gun skins are purchasable individually. But at the same time, you know,
and I said this before the show too. They are lazily done though, because even the lights don't change on the visors, and we know in game that they have the ability to change lights, because the Hurston ones have orange lights. So why isn't there ones with red lights or green lights, or you know? Yeah, and we know Camaro. What's the guy's name? The French dude, Camaro. What is it? I always get his name wrong. Do you know the guy I'm talking about, Paul? The guy that did the Cameron. Sorry, Cameron. He talked about something like this during the week, where we, like 5 years ago, we were promised hex codes for skins, and they keep saying that that's coming. It just shows. I'm worried, because it shows that they're hard up for cash if they're making things like this, and that just kind of worries me a little bit. Anyway,
I don't think they're hard up for cash, but I do think that they're exploiting a resource that they have. If that makes sense.
Well, let us.
You know,
I was gonna say, let us know in the comments below your thoughts, because I think, you know, that's our thoughts, or mine. I feel like these guys are resistant to say anything, but that's fine. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, how do you guys feel about them selling armors? I think this is akin to selling the land claim stuff. I just find it really weird, and I think they could definitely find a better way to fund the game. And I think if they want a premium price for skins, I want premium skins. They are low effort, and that's I'll leave it at that. But let me know your thoughts. Algared, is there anything you would like to add?
No. Leave your comments. Be respectful. We read every comment. Join us on Discord. Don't forget, go the extra yard if you want, and join us on Patreon as well.
Paul, anything you'd like to add?
Like and subscribe. Do the thing for the cargo god. He demands you to join us in our efforts to educate you all in the ways of the Argo cargo cult.
Thank you, High Priest.
Yeah, make sure you check out the questions on the Miss Odyssey. There's some in there that are very generic, and get some of those more interesting ones up there if you can, because there's a few there that are dropping off that I'd like to see answered. So yeah. All right, with that, I'll catch you tomorrow for the finale, and hopefully I'll try and get the CCU guide done for then. Other than that, it might be the day after, but I'm doing a lot of visuals at the moment. So yeah. All right, he's been Astropub, he's been Algared, and I've been Execute, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care.